All right, everybody. Get ready for a deep dive into something pretty unexpected: water stewardship.
Water stewardship.
Yeah, I know, right? Sounds kind of dry, right? No pun intended.
Right.
But trust me on this. After listening to Masood Khan's podcast, Sustainability Rewired, water stewardship had me totally hooked, and I think it will for you too.
Really?
Yeah. We're going to really dig into how businesses are tackling this whole water thing. Because,
Okay.
I mean, who doesn't love saving money and the planet at the same time, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's not exactly the most um, glamorous topic,
Right.
but I got to say the practical side of me kind of geeked out a little on this one.
Yeah.
Businesses are starting to realize that water isn't just some abstract resource out there.
Yeah.
It's like directly tied to their bottom line, and that makes a big difference.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
And Khan jumps right into this concept of water footprint assessment, which really got the wheels turning for me.
Okay.
What'd you think about that?
It's pretty eye-opening when you start to think about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like a carbon footprint,
Right.
but for water,
Yeah.
Businesses are finally starting to measure how much water they use,
Yeah.
like in every single part of what they do.
Oh.
And get this, they are uncovering these hidden water guzzlers. They didn't even know existed before this. It's crazy.
Hidden water guzzlers, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, give me an example. What do you mean?
Well, Khan actually mentioned this. A typical fast food restaurant, you know how much water they can use?
No, how much?
Over 100,000 gallons a year.
Get out of here.
It's true. It's all the food production, the washing, everything just adds up.
Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. That really puts things into perspective.
It does.
But, they say knowledge is power, but knowing is only half the battle, right?
Right.
So what are companies actually doing to address these water footprints? Khan mentioned something called innovative technologies, and I gotta say, I love me a good tech solution.
Well, get this.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about, futuristic dreams, okay?
Ah.
We're talking real-world tech that's already out there doing its thing.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Think, AI-powered sensors.
Right.
And these sensors are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They can spot leaks instantly. But not just that. They can actually predict when a leak might happen based on, how old the pipes are, how much water pressure there is. It's like next-level water management.
That's the kind of stuff I like to hear about. Okay, so it's not all about fancy tech, though, is it?
Right.
Khan, he also talked about community engagement.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, at first I was kind of thrown for a loop. Like, how does that fit into a business's water strategy?
Well, you know what? It's actually brilliant when you think about it. Businesses are realizing they can't just, be by themselves on this. They got to be good water citizens, too, especially in places where water is scarce. So they're partnering up with local communities and doing things like education programs on saving water or even working together on shared water sources, which is pretty cool.
So it's about building that trust, that goodwill.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Earning what they call a social license to operate. It means they're not just there to make money. They're responsible stewards of this resource that everyone shares. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, totally. But let's be real for a sec. Businesses also care about risk.
Oh, yeah.
What did Khan have to say about water being a business risk?
He's spot on with this. Water scarcity, it's not just an environmental thing.
Right.
It's a huge business risk, too. And it affects both how they operate and their reputation.
Yeah.
Disruptions in the water supply, that can shut a business down, hurt their image. It all comes back to hitting them in the bottom line, basically. By investing in water stewardship now, it's like future-proofing their business.
So what you're saying is it's good for the planet and good for business. I like the sound of that.
Absolutely.
Any last thoughts to leave with our listeners as they, think about all of this?
Sure. I think it's really easy to get overwhelmed by, the size of these global water problems,
Right.
But what I find encouraging is that there are practical, innovative solutions. And the best part is they're already out there making a real difference.
I love that. It's a good reminder that even small actions can make a big difference in the long run.
Exactly.
And if this deep dive piqued your interest, we highly recommend checking out Sustainability Rewired by Masood Khan. It's full of inspiring stories and useful tips, just like the ones we talked about today. So until next time, keep those minds curious and never stop learning.
Hear, hear.